सवीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We shall chant stanza number 15, page number 29. Can you sit?
I don't want the chair.
No.
Yeah.
That way I must have to do all the way. Together we shall chant. Satyabuddhiryada drishyet swadmano bhinnata tatha sukha buddhisada tasmin dukha buddhirhiva bhavet. The discussion was on what is real and unreal in this perceived world. The perceived world of plurality is unreal. And when we say unreal, we mean it is not constant, it is not remaining the same, it is not always available. This waking world is not available in dream, is not available in deep sleep. Therefore it is unreal. Or if you remember in meditation today, I mentioned something that you, when you are sitting down at the body level, you are aware of your physical presence, right? Then I said you are aware of your breathing. Then you are aware of your thoughts. So the knower of a thing is different from that thing. This is one principle. Knower of a thing is different from that thing. So I know this writing pad, so this is different from me. I know this watch, so it is different from me. In the same way, when I say, I know my body, right? We know our body. Therefore, I am different from my body. I know my pranas when we do pranayama. So I am different from my pranas. I know my thoughts. Therefore, I am different from them. So when we start analyzing this way, we will realize that I am different from all these. Then who am I? Because whatever is known is negated.
Why can't we know ourselves?
Why can or can't?
Because you said everything that we know or I don't.
So when we say, when I know something, knowing a thing as different from ourselves, right? So for example, if there is pain in the body, and I know there is pain, I also know there was a time when there was no pain. There is a time when there is pain, and then there will be a time when this pain will go away. So whatever is coming and going is transient, and therefore it is not me. It is like, let's say I am standing somewhere or sitting near a window, and the cars are coming and going. So if one car comes, before that car came, I was present. While that car is here, I am present. Car goes away, I am present. Therefore, I am different from that car, number one. Number two, I am more permanent than that car. Because what we are looking for is what is eternal. So that which comes and goes is not me. This is how we think. We should think. Then we will also recognize that whatever has beginning and end, arrival and departure, all of that is unreal, illusory. And as that idea of reality from the illusory things goes away, our sorrow also will go down. Our sorrow will be there only if we give too much reality to certain things. For example, let's say you are sitting here every time at different spot, right? Let us say somebody gets attached to one particular chair. This is my seat. And when they come in, where is my seat? Who is sitting on my chair? Since when this became your chair? 3 days back you didn't even care where that chair was. You attended 2 sessions and now you said this is my chair. So how this is called attachment? That my idea becomes so strong. And then not only that, we have courage to ask individual, can you get up from here and make me sit on my chair? This my chair, or even spots in meditation or in yoga. So that my spot idea is all our creation. So this is the cause of sorrow. If we are able to detach from that, sorrow will go. So this sukha buddhi or dukha buddhi, both. If it is available, it is joy giving. Not available, sorrow.
So I've got a tangential question, if you don't mind. So this whole concept of having expectations and how when you have expectations, you're going to experience sorrow. So is the best way to live just never have any expectations on anything or anyone?
If you want, have expectations from yourself, realistic. Right? See what is it that you can accomplish, how much you can accomplish, and work towards that. You will realize that you yourself are not able to fulfill all your own expectations. We cannot control our own mind. And what we are looking for in the world is, we want others to meet our expectations. And how much of that is practical?
But it's like I have expectations out of people, out of my friends, out of the people that I care for. Like, I don't want you to smoke. I don't want you to smoke cigarettes. But you smoke cigarettes. And it hurts me.
Right. So there's some amount of such expectations. These are not expectations. These are actually your principles. This is how you think that an individual should have this kind of eating habits, this kind of sleeping habits, this kind of diet, exercise, this kind of moral, ethical value system. Right? This is how you believe it. And based on them, you choose friends. Do not expect that you will find a friend or you will choose a friend and then make that individual change according to your needs. It will never happen. So you are already asking for a song. If this is what you think, that I like all your other aspects except A, B, C, so you change and we are the best buddies. That person will say, this is how I am, take it or leave it. That's how the world is.
But if you become close to someone and, over time they change, or in your opinion, say the worst, what would you do then if you've come to care about that and they're you're really close, say it's been years or something, and for example, they develop a bad habit like that or something. What would you?
So
it's hard to let go of the earth.
Hope for the best and be prepared for the worst. Because these things can happen, right? And they are not in our control. So we also can go worse, right? In others' understanding, maybe we started as a good person and now we are deteriorating. Maybe we have become very adamant in certain things. And they say, well, why don't you change? And we say, well, I'm still the same person, because we are not able to see what has happened now. See, in Bhagavad Gita, in 6th chapter, Bhagavan says one very beautiful thing. He says, who is wise person and maybe excellent among wise people? He says that individual who is able to remain balanced in the midst of all kinds of diverse people. And what is the greatness? So he says, this stanza is, among friends, enemy, or people who are indifferent to others, how he remains balanced. The greatness about this individual is that he does not expect them to change. Just as if there is salt in front of you. When you taste that salt, what is its nature? It is salty. Right? We do not expect, why this is salty? Why don't you become sweet? And when you take sugar, you know it is going to be sweet and you don't expect that sugar to change its nature. In this way, what is wisdom? We have to realize that everyone wants to be a good person, but there are certain things they will not change. And if we want to love them, in spite of everything, we should love them. If we start putting conditions that, okay, you drop this, if you start waking up at 4:30 in the morning, my love is flooding. But the moment you start waking up at 5, I don't know what happens. Things will not work out. We also have to be flexible. Okay, so continuing now. So Sukha Buddhi and Dukha Buddhi. The idea that this object or person is giving joy or sorrow will come only if we have given reality to that world and that these things are different from me. Now these things are different from me, that also we can analyze a little bit. See, when we said the knower of a thing is different from that thing, right? So knower of body is different from body. Knower of mind is different from mind. Knower of thought is different from thought. Knower of this world will be different from this world. True or false? True, if we just take that principle, right? Now here, if we understand that world is different from me, it is sign of ignorance. If you remember the second point on page 31. The world is separate from myself. So that is ignorance. So we have to reconcile these points. You understood the conflict in thinking. Teacher's job is to first create the doubt and then to remove. Right? Easy way is not to create doubt and just leave it. Leave it to students whether they have this doubt at all. Chances are they will never come across this doubt. Worst thing is create doubt and not address. Best is create doubt and resolve. So the correct thing is, the knower of a thing is different from thing. This is the principle, right? Knower of an object is different from that object. So if I as consciousness, I know this world. Remember, I as consciousness, I know this world. Consciousness is awareness. So, because of that awareness, world is known. Is world different from consciousness, part of consciousness, or world is consciousness? What is it? So when we say world is consciousness, what is the nature of consciousness? So first of all, I am assuming that everyone agrees with this fact. World is consciousness, right? This is how we will take it for now. If world is consciousness, what is the nature of consciousness? Changing or not changing? Not changing. What is the nature of world? Changing. So there is a contradiction. Okay. Consciousness is beginningless, endless. Right? Infinite. World, collection of finite things. Right? Can finite things put together become infinite?
No.
Never.
Well, I think, wouldn't it be like the Gurta example? Like you could take it and you could take a sword and slash it to threads, but it would still be the threads, you know?
Right.
Gurta would be finite.
Right. So, but at least the parts that you see are finite, subject to destruction, etc. Right? So the world also gets dissolved, goes to unmanifest, as we say, and then comes back from unmanifest, becomes manifest. So all these things are applicable to this world, whereas consciousness is not subject to these. And that is why the classical example given is of snake and a rope. So rope is something which is constant, which does not change. And snake is something which appears in place of rope. So world is like snake and consciousness is rope. The snake rope example, when we think we should be able to connect to what we are studying. It is very nice to understand that when I was walking on a street and it was dark, so instead of rope, I saw a snake and I got frightened. The application of that is that this entire creation is consciousness, but it appears as this world and this world is frightening. Like snake. So just as because of snake I had fear, I had agitation, disturbance, etc. This world gives me those things. So, now if you see, consciousness, is it same as world? So our first idea was yes. Right? But then they have contradictory nature. So is it same or different? So we say, it is same, but it appears as different. Like, projector screen is there, right? And on that screen, different text, different material comes and goes. Screen remains the same. Like that, consciousness remains the same. On that, projections come, projections they change, but they actually do not affect the substratum, the screen, the foundation, the essence. And that is its existence. So to give the answer, are they same or different? Both. They are same when it comes to the essence and its effect. But they are different as far as their natures are concerned. So one is real, another is unreal or illusory. And therefore it is okay to have this combination. And through that illusory aspect, we get joy and sorrow. Totally that question. Okay. So if you have questions, you remember, because if I am continuing a thought, I will finish that and then I will take the question. Go ahead.
No, living in this world, I'm not really a person. So how can I know, how can I prove it to myself that what I'm seeing is the same as in essence as the
Realized
consciousness.
person.
Yeah. As like, how, living in this world, how can I know that the rope is the same? This maybe is the rope.
So So when we say stack and row, what we are trying to say is this, that there is something which I am not able to see, and instead of that, I am seeing something else. Right? That is the purpose of the snake rope example. In this example, if you look at kurta, and instead of kurta, if you are able to see cotton, right? Then you say, yeah, I am able to know what is the essence, and then I don't mind seeing that cotton as kurta and do whatever work that I need. Right? Or let's say you go for shopping and in a jewelry shop, and they have a nice gold necklace, 24 karat, and they also have another 14 karat gold necklace. When you look at both, you know both are necklaces. They are same, perfectly same in design. But the price that you are going to, or you are willing to give for the 24 karat, you are not willing to give for 14 karat, right? Which means, while looking at necklace, you clearly have this understanding, what is the essence of this, what is the essence of this. That is called realization. In the same way, when we look at this world, no matter what name and form we look at, if we do not lose the essence of that, that is called realization. So for example, when you look at this cloth, this cover here, you know it is plastic. So you are able to penetrate to essence right away. And that plastic is nothing but existence in this form. If you want to go further.
Well, it's just, I've seen plastic, just blob of plastic, and then I've seen this.
In this form.
Yeah. But I've never seen existence in just existence. That doesn't even make sense.
Right, because that existence is not different from you. That is you. And therefore, don't try to recognize this as different from yourself. It is the subject. If you try to objectify it, you will find something else and you will give a new label. It is not what you are actually looking for. You can actually never look for the subject because it is you yourself. So no need of objectifying. And in fact, the whole essence of Vedantic truth is this, that what you are looking for is you. If you get it, you will be always free.
Right, so we're all trying to find, like, see ourselves, but we've never seen ourselves.
No, so but what we are trying to do, when we say we are trying to find ourselves, what we are trying to do is, we are trying to find infinite happiness. And we are seeking that somewhere. And Vedanta said, don't look for it anywhere. It is your real nature, that consciousness. At this level, body, mind, intellect, all looking for it in objects, emotions, thoughts, will never get it. That is why it is said, you turn your mind away from objects towards the self. Okay, last question and then we are going to continue.
Another question is like a clarification. So would it make sense to, rather than looking for the happiness, to stop looking for it and possibly process of negation? So if you have faith in like what the Buddha was saying, that the world is unreal, don't seek happiness. You know, like don't expect happiness. Does that make sense? Rather than
Or instead of saying that don't seek happiness there, I'd say look for it there, but learn, did you get it? If you don't get it, learn the lesson there. And that is going to be better conclusion than teacher coming and telling you don't look there. Because then you will always feel, oh, those spots I didn't check out. Maybe it was there. learn the hard way, but learn very well. Realize that if it is not there in one or two things, it is not going to be there anywhere. They always use this example. When you cook rice in a rice cooker, you put a lot of grains, and then you want to check whether the rice is cooked or not. So what do? You take one piece of rice, one grain, you press it. Right? If it is pressed quickly, then you know it is cooked. I'm assuming this much everyone knows. So we take one grain, maximum 2 grains. We don't have to take every grain of rice, press it and find out, okay, it is done, okay, it is done. Like that, in this world also, when we come across different objects, and we say, this object didn't give me what I was looking for. So try maybe one more or two more, and then realize it is same for all. Don't have to try every object available under the sun, and then say, okay, I think this is how it is. No need. That is called wisdom. Okay, what happens through this joy and sorrow? So, this is the chain of mistakes, the series of mistakes. First thing is, I don't know that I am this. First mistake. Second, because I don't know, I consider the world to be real. 3, different from myself. So I have understood myself as this or combination of this. BMI. I think the world is different from me. Objects, emotions, thoughts, this is the world. And then I look for joy here. Either I will get joy or sorrow. This is how our life story is. Then what happens? See the next answer. Ragadveshau prajayete tada chitte vruthaivahi tabhyam yaham pravarteva nivarte lokavastuni Ragadveshau prajayete tada chitte vruthaivahi tabhyam hyaham pravarteva nivarte lokavastuni. You read the translations.
Then there arises likes and dislikes in mind. Prompted by them in vain, I pursue or withdraw from the objects of the world.
So, once we have the feeling of joy and sorrow, what is the next step? Very simple. Wherever I get joy, I fall in love with that. Attachment begins. This is good. I should have more of this, more of this, more of this. Wherever I have sorrowful experience, my feeling is, when can I stop this? I don't want this. I hate this. I want to get rid of this. So raga and dvesha, these are in our scriptures, if you see demons, they are always in pairs, like Ravana and Kumbhakarna, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. You know these stories, right? These brothers are raga dveshas, attachment and hatred. They always come in pairs. And both are problem. Hatred, we know for sure is a problem. Because if you start hating someone and then you sit down, and when you sit down, what you are going to think? That individual only. It will not let you meditate. The person that you hate will come in your mind more often than the person that you love. That is why it is said, or the person from whom you have fear. Kamsa, that is how he was asked to meditate on Krishna. Fear was created. That the 8th child of Yashoda, Devaki. 8th child of Devaki is going to kill him. From the marriage day, he started meditating on 8th child. That was enough. Yeah. It is also one kind of bhakti. So Ravana constantly was thinking of Rama out of hatred. But if that's why it is said, if you want to hate someone, hate him. Because then constantly you will think of him. Gopis, out of love, they thought of Bhagavan. So love, hatred, there are so many means. But direct everything to Bhagavan. But our problem is, it is towards these things. And therefore, we like certain things, we don't like some others. Whatever we like, we run after. Whatever we don't like, we run away. So what is our life? Running. All the time. That's all we do. Tavyam hi aham pravarte va nivarte lokvasmi. Pravarte means either I engage or I disengage. I try to withdraw myself from this, there. But see, if I disengage from one or two things, not that I am going to disengage and sit at home and not do anything. I will disengage from two things. I will sit for 2 hours at home. Nobody called me. Is my cell phone working? Where is everyone? Or watch TV, go on internet. With that idea of activity, we are not able to stop. That's why we should engage in the right thing, where we evolve. Even if our ego is beaten, it is hurt, don't worry. Because it will happen. Remember when we say, I feel hurt, it is this guy. Perceiver, feeler, thinker. He is hurt. Ego is hurt. So, do one or two big ones. Discipline, work on it. So, pravarte pranivarte lokvastuni. And through this, the transmigration, entire samsara continues as it is explained. Labhe sukhi tatha dukhi. Labhe sukhi tatha dukhi. Yalabhe priyavastunah. Yalabhe priyavastunah. Samsaro yam maya praptah. Samsaro yam maya praptah. Mithyadhyasa purassarah. Mithyadhyasa purassarah. Labhe sukhi tatha dukhi. Yalabhe priyavastunah. Samsaro yam maya praptah. Mithyadhyasa purassarah. Prapto praptah. When I get something which I love, who is going to retranslate?
I become happy when I gain my desired object, and I become unhappy if I'm unsuccessful in my pursuit of it. Thus, the suffering has come to me due to false superimposition.
So what is the end result of all running around? Happy or unhappy? What is the bottom? At the end of this camp, if somebody says, how was the camp? You can go on saying everything. What is the bottom line? I was very happy. Or very unhappy. I'm not going there again. Whatever. Any pursuit, somebody will give you some sweet. You try. Very good. Give me another. Or I'm fasting. Keep this aside. This is the end result of all activities. So that is said, labhe sukhi, alabhe dukhi. When I have positive experience, I am happy. Negative experience, unhappy. That's it. This is the conclusion. And when we say let us say 4 years, 5 years you stay in one place. Somebody will ask, how is your experience so far? So you count majority of the time, what was it? More pluses than minuses, happy. Worth staying further. Otherwise, change. And this goes on, not only in one life, life after life. This is all that we do. Simplest thing like even sitting one chair. You sit on one chair, then you say, this is not giving me happiness. So what should I do? I sit down. Because that will give me happiness. This is how we work. Sometimes you will see, when Gurujis or some yajna is there and the hall is full, which seats are occupied first? Those corners. People have rest. Back support, and you can spread your legs out. Comfort, we all are looking for it. Everywhere. Movies also, when they say you can sit wherever, which seat we would prefer? Where I will get maximum happiness. And in Southwest Airlines, there also we are looking for window, aisle, and then whatever is remaining. So happiness, that's what we are looking for. And if we just go on looking in these objects, emotions, thoughts, it is a never-ending process. You go on. But there is a solution. What is that solution? So now it is said in brief, and then the explanation follows. Upayastu pura prokto Naradena Yudhishtiram. Before we go further, the second line of this I will cover. Ayam samsara maya prapta. This is called samsara. What is samsara? Samsara is, we translate it as life. Here, samsara is translated as suffering. Samsara actually means constantly moving. Transmigration is called samsara. So I am going from one womb to another womb, one womb to another womb. Human being, then animal, then mosquito, then monkey, then again human being. Like this we go on. In between Devata body also, celestial being. Then again, it just goes on. And this is because of mithya adhyasa purasara. I have attained this, I gained this out of false superimposition. That superimposition is a very technical word. Superimposition is between this consciousness here, home, and between this mind and intellect, in which the property of this is transferred to this as though, and properties of these are transferred on this. So when mind is unhappy, what is our feeling? I am unhappy. We don't say mind is unhappy. We say, but mind is different, you are different. I forgot that. This is called superimposition, where two distinct things are not understood as different, and we take one for the other. See, there is a classic example. You just look at this bottle. Now, what is the color of the glass here? It has no color, right? Actually speaking, we all know this. When we put it on this orange cloth, it looks like the color of this glass is orange, right? And it is because of property of this which as though appears on property of this. This is called superimposition. So properties of mind, properties of body, when body is young, I say, I am young. Body is of male, I am a man. Actually, I am sound, I am awareness cannot come from anything other than consciousness. All you have to do is just quietly sit without moving and think, where is this I am awareness coming from? When I say I am, what is it that is saying this or speaking this? Can body say I am? Body by itself cannot. That is why there is a difference between dead body and living body. Right? So body cannot say I am. Just as body is made up of inert matter, these two are also made up of inert matter. So neither mind can say I am, nor intellect by itself can say I am. I am is actually only consciousness. Not knowing that, we transfer this onto this, then here, then all the way here. Therefore, we feel body has all the life. This is superimposition. And it is so instantaneous. And it is not only that it happens in this life. From beginning of time, so it just goes on. This is the other answer. And so what is freedom, or how to stop this transmigration that I am in human body in this life, then I will be mosquito, then I will be a cow, then I will be a dog, then I will be monkey, then I will be something else. How to stop this? Remove the superimposition, which means understand that the property of these things actually have never gone on this. The crystal actually never gained red color. This understanding is called wisdom. What is its implication? Tell me in this one. In DMI chart. Right? In which way? So, some more fine tuning. Yes.
Everything, body, mind, like all of that is the glass base, but the name and form, body, mind, intellect is the red color that we see. We think that's what it is, but really it is the consciousness.
Right. So the glass crystal is this, just an example, and everything else is the red color. So the red color, just as we say red color, has actually not gone on glass crystal. In that way, the attributes of these have actually never touched or affected consciousness, and that I am. So that means I am ever untouched by whatever happens at body level, mind level, intellect. That is all. This solution is indicated here in the next stanza. Upayastu pura prokto Naradena yudhishtiram Chitta dosha nivrityartham Shreyase jasmaramitam Upayastu pura prokto
Naradena yudhishtiram Chittadosa nivrityartham Shreyase jasmaramitam.
This solution, who's going to read out?
However, in the olden days, sage Narada had described to King Yudhishthira The means to eradicate the impurities of one's mind. For my own good, I now remember it.
Sage Narada had described the means to eradicate the impurities of mind. Where was this? In Srimad Bhagavatam. So now the following 4 stanzas, 19, 20, 21 and 22 are quotations from Srimad Bhagavatam. And in that there is a dialogue between Sage Narada and Yudhishthira. And in that dialogue, Yudhishthira had asked how to purify mind. So, Naradji gives the answer. So that is already given there. It is to remove impurities. And I am remembering that for my own good. Which means, for my purification, I am remembering this. This is why when somebody quotes the dialogue or discussion between great people, it is for their own good. Is indicated here that by recollecting the dialogue between Sage Narada and Yudhishthira, Guruji said, it is good for me. That is called satsang, right? We remember what happened between Bhagavan Shri Krishna and Arjuna. It is good for us. We remember if there was some conversation between some sage or saint and somebody else. So, oh yeah, it was so good. This is how we remember. This is for our purification. So Guruji says, I remember, not a immediate, but this is the example. In Bhagavad Gita it said Sanjaya, you know who is Sanjaya, right? The narrator who gave the live broadcast, the entire Bhagavad Gita. So he said, I get excited just by remembering what happened between them. Again and again I feel joy. So it's good to recollect these things. It's not good to recollect, I remember last time when you were there in front of me, you did this, I am not going to forgive you. Go on. Okay, now what are these things? So that is indicated from stanza 19. Beautiful things. These are quotations from Bhagavatam. 7th canto. I'll tell you where. 7th canto, 15th chapter, stanza number 22, 3, 4 and 5. Now this is one-on-one. If I have this weakness, this is a solution. This weakness, this is a solution. Like that. Asankalpajayet kamam.
Asankalpajayet kamam.
Krodham kama vivarjanat.
Krodham kama vivarjanat.
Arthanarthekshaya lobham.
Arthanarthekshaya lobham.
Bhayam tattvavamarsanat.
Bhayam tattvavamarsanat.
Asankalpajayet kamam. Krodham kama vivarjanat. Arthanarthekshaya lobham. Bhayam tattvavamarsanat.
One should conquer desire by the non-entertainment of fanciful thoughts, anger by renouncing desire, greed by observing the calamitous nature of wealth, and fear by understanding the truth.
Asankalpajayet kamam. If I have desires, if I have passion, how to win over them? So the solution is given. 4 problems, 4 solutions are given in this stanza. Desire should be conquered by non-entertainment of fanciful thoughts. More or less we know what is this fanciful thought. Right? Means we have some idea in our mind. And based on that idea, we evaluate the thing. You know, in stock market, to give you some different example, why do people bid more money for a particular stock? Because, so they feel that this is worth more than what it is currently trading at. Yes? That's why they say if something is trading, let's say $10, say I am ready to give 11. So somebody else comes at 12. This is how bidding goes. And then the one who wants, that person keeps it. This means the other individual feels that it has more value than what others know. And this is how the mental thing works. This is called sankalpa, fanciful thinking about that object. So now apply this for everything. Let us say there is one laddu which everyone likes. Some laddu is there with ghee, sugar, everything is there, all necessary ingredients. And there are 20 laddus and 45 people. And first come, first serve, no breaking there.
No bridge.
No, yeah. It's full only. So everyone stands there in line and is thinking whether I'll get that or not. And 2-3 people in line, they say, no, I don't want. Oh, maybe I have a chance now. And then, when your turn comes, they say these are not for distribution. So, because there was fanciful thinking, there is joy here, joy here. Now you get angry. In the beginning, if you had this understanding that this is not for us, they are for somebody else. Maybe they are for kids who are coming for lunch and joining us. We didn't know that. We just saw the box and started creating these ideas. Oh, I should get one. So fanciful thinking is, in one way, things that are not for us, we start putting the idea of joy. Another thing is, let us say they are fake laddus, not to be consumed. They are just for show. You know so many such things in shops. Chocolate cakes especially. Because they keep it every day, right? It's not to be consumed. It looks so good. It's fanciful thinking. I should get this. Like this, there is fanciful thinking for everything in life. Then slowly we discover it's not that great. This has this fault, that fault. I don't mind getting rid of these ones. Is there anyone who has not experienced this with something in life? No. We all know. So desires, if we want to conquer, how to conquer? Just stop this kind of fanciful thinking. That this object, once I get it, I am done. All I need in my life is this laddu, or this car, this house, this job. Understand, there is no end to this series. They talk about, Indians who come to America. I am just going to study there for 2 years, get my degree and go back. So they come. Just let me work for 1 year. 1 year I work and then after 1 year of work, let me get my green card. Then I can come anytime, I can go, I can do this. Get green card. Then the condition is you have to stay here for 6 months. And I just got job. Let me at least make up for all the expenses. 1 more year, 1 more. And we think, next thing is going to solve all my problems. And next thing is going to solve all my problems. There is no such thing. Those people also who are ready to retire, you ask them. 1 more year and then I'm done. 1 more year and then I'm done. You have to say done. There is no 1 more year.
So I don't understand, what's the difference between this and not having like aspirations or goals planned? Like I have a life plan.
Yeah.
I have like places I want to go, things I want to do, and so how do you balance that?
So, sankalpa means you go and do everything. Understand that is not going to solve your main problem. And your main problem is seeking eternal happiness. It will give you some happiness that we don't doubt, right? If you are going for outing, like if somebody will ask you, how was your Chicago experience when I go back? I was happy, it was nice. Did it give you eternal happiness? Nothing can. Right? So, without that expectation, if you do everything, there is no problem. With clear understanding, we should get into every person. So once we know that this is good, it has this kind of application and this kind of value, and due importance to give, no problem.
And not to be disappointed if something else happens.
Right. So be ready, that's what I said, hope for the best. Be prepared for the worst. That anything can happen. You start a business, what is your expectation? In 3 years we are making 40% profit, right? We are out of rent, we are in flat, you make all projection. You start and next day the internet, $65 billion scandal and $300 billion is that. These companies filing bankruptcy, that is. My God. So all startups, they come with big dreams. Every startup is not in the Google. So many of them go without any notice. Jump. They lose so much venture capitalist money. One company becomes Google. I am also starting the next company. Who is going to underwrite? So success is everyone wants success. Everyone is not going to get it. One part of spiritual realization also, millions of people walk. Everyone doesn't get it. Bhagwan himself has said. So asankalpa jayat kama. Desire should be conquered by anger, krodham, kama vivardhana. Because anger is younger offshoot of desire. I have desire, it's not fulfilled. I wanted profit, didn't get it. Angry at every employee. Or if something goes wrong in office, you come home angry at everyone. So desire unfulfilled is anger. Desire fulfilled creates greed. More. Somebody who has billions, about Indians this is said, they might be making good 6-figure salary and they'll be unhappy. Why? Because the neighbor has little more than what I have. Greed. There is no end. Positively it is good if it inspires. But understand, there is no end to that. If you say, I want to be next Bill Gates, even after that you say, but I don't have the whole world. Still there is something outside of my power. So artha, kama, krodha, then just give me 2 more minutes and we'll conclude this time. Artha, anartha, ikshaya, lobha. When there is greed, how to overcome that? By seeing the defects in wealth. Artha, anartha, ikshaya, lobha. So when there is greed, understand what are the negativities in wealth also. Wealth of course has positive side, but do not ignore the negative side. What are the negative sides? When wealth is there, first thing is security problem. When I have a lot of wealth, I am worried somebody will take it. Maintenance problem. I don't know where to put. I put in this stock, that goes down. Real estate, that goes down. Buy oil, goes down. Future. Everywhere. I don't know what. Money problem. And while spending, if I spend little, I'll be careful. If the kid comes and I need a new car, write a check. Do you know what does it take to buy a new car? I have been sweating and toiling. When it comes to spending also, not comfortable situation. So in preserving money, there is a headache. Maintenance, security, spending, and imagine if the whole thing is lost. I'm gone. I'm dead. You are alive. Without money, I'm as good as dead. Or wife, husband, somebody takes everything. Lost in casino. I heard these completely hilarious things, you know. Flying somewhere, I was going. Husband and wife fighting. One guy lost everything in casino. Now they didn't want to talk. You go for vacation somewhere, you know, 1 week, and you think, we are going to have a good experience. You go, end up sitting in casino, lose money, and now ready for divorce. This is how things go. Money. Artha, anartha, iksha, lobham, and bhayam, fear. How to overcome fear? Tattva avamarshanat. By recognizing the truth. Fear will go only in this way. If there is fear of snake, you have to recognize what is its truth. If it is rope, no fear. If it is not rope, run away. Don't say every snake is rope only. There might be some other things also. Okay, take questions. 2 questions. How to overcome desire and fear? Desires and fear. How to overcome desires and fear? Another question, how to overcome grief and delusion?
We don't have any more discussions, but
Tomorrow?
we have the presentation.
Oh, there's no discussion. Anyway, you think?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. I will give you 2 more questions in the next class, which is at 4 o'clock. I have another, last session is at 4 now. Right? We are concluding. Let me.
Can you repeat
Yeah.
that? Second question.
Second question, how to overcome grief and delusion? So we have 6 stanzas to conclude in the next class. And I read all your methods of purification of mind. Very good actually. You should keep that paper, and when you go home, you should again read. They are very nice. Most of the answers are very good. Yeah, nice. No. I'm happy to see that at least the concept is clear for everyone. I know people give good discussion. Yes, but now the second aspect. See, when we are in the camp, everything is good. When we go home, we have problems. Right? This is another general feeling. So that's why I said you keep that paper. So when you go home, then you read it again. Oh, this is what I am supposed to do. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. If anyone wants to ask any questions, informally they can ask me. I'm available. Any announcements?
And those people who need ride to airport or go downtown, they can just check with the lines. I have the list ready, so I just want to make sure that no one misses out.
Yeah, but others have to go for their general right hand and left
I
side.
left it, sorry, I left it,
Open your personal.
we can ask them really early.
Class is over.